Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of The Nerd Herders. I get thrown off every time now doing the podcast.
Really?
We do a podcast that we call the Over a Beer podcast.
Yeah.
We're the Over a Beer channel, but this is the Nerd Herders show, which we've been doing way longer.
And yet
And
you
it
still
throws me off every time now.
That's so weird.
It's crazy. I don't even know how some of these other people do it. We're Over a Beer.
Yeah.
We do stuff over a beer. So
Yeah.
today's the first day of the week. We usually talk about the beer more in depth that we drink that week. So what is it that we're drinking?
We are drinking a Tout Le Monde.
A Tout de la Monde.
It's a Belgian style Saison Maple. This is the Megadeth beer from
So I pulled it,
Unibroue.
I pulled this out of the case.
Yeah.
'Cause you picked up this week's 6. And I was surprised to see Megadeth here. And then it's a 4.5% beer, and it just kind of seemed like that doesn't sound too hardcore. That
No.
doesn't sound too Megadeth.
We did a what was it? It was the Iron Maiden beer that we did.
Yeah, we did an
forever
Iron
ago.
Maiden beer.
And it was like a low percent. It was like a 4%. I was like, what
It was
are
like
these
O'Doul's Iron Maiden.
what are these metal bands doing with
Why is it so fancy?
I don't know. I'm making a mess over here with
It works for what we're talking about, though. Best picture winners and stuff. I
Does
can't
it?
open this, though. Sure, it's like fancy. It's like a champagne.
I'm gonna end up
Okay, you can do it that way.
That's what I did. I just ripped right into
Give
it.
me that. Vroom.
Probably little flakes of.
Hopefully
Foil
it's
in
for
my beer.
taste. Ah.
See, I at least ripped the top off before I
it's
did
foiled
that.
your plan yet again. Nah. All right, so what are we talking about this week? Tell the people why.
So typically the first day of the week we do news of some kind. It's been a slow news week,
Yeah.
so we're gonna do.
Bad socks.
I'm not.
Very bubbly.
I'm not a big fan of it.
Okay.
Not a big fan of that at all. Maybe it's the foil. So we are doing instead, since it's been a slow news week, and this is coming out after the Oscars, we decided to go through and rank our top 5 Best Picture winners
Of all time.
of all time, not including this past Sunday's award show.
No, because we may or may not actually know what won.
Yeah, but we will have our predictions going up later this week. Or I'm sorry, our result, our reactions to the. I don't know what the hell's going on here. I'm fighting with tinfoil.
Don't worry about the tinfoil. Just drink the beer.
Yeah, but it's getting in
Just
my
drink the
mouth,
beer.
and it's.
Don't worry about that. No reason to worry about it.
What if I swallow it and it like cuts my stomach open and I bleed to death and it just goes everywhere?
You're just keeping your poop warm in there. It's going to tinfoil up like a baked potato.
I don't know if it works that way.
It may.
It could, I really don't know.
We ranked our top 5 Best Picture winners.
Yeah.
So I don't know about you. What I did is I went through the entire list of every movie that ever won. I wrote down every movie that I thought I might choose to get down to 5. And then I crossed them off. I was like, well, I can make a case against why you'd be one. Crossed you out. And I came down to 5. These are not ranked. I don't have...
Yeah.
I might be able to, at the end of it, tell you which one is my favorite of the 5, but otherwise it's arbitrary.
Yeah.
So let's just go back and forth, I guess.
Okay.
Or do you... Yeah. Or do you... Tell me your 5, and I'll do my 5.
Okay.
What do you think's better? Every week.
I think it would be better if your phone didn't go off during the show. Maybe Dana shouldn't call. Maybe you should rethink this marriage.
Maybe.
Yeah, if you want to do it that way, we can just do my 5, your 5, and then we can talk about.
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
So I did it very much like you. I went through the every single one, and I wrote down a handful of them, and then I picked 5 out of there. So my 5, in no order. Yeah, I did do 5. I have Godfather Part 2.
Okay.
I have One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I have Annie Hall, The Departed, and No Country for Old Men.
Wow. So 3 70s movies and 2 2000s.
Yeah.
Consecutive years. 06, 07.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting.
What do you got?
Only one duplicate movie.
Wow. So this is what I was really interested about.
Here's the thing. there's been, I think this is what, the 78th or 9th Academy Awards?
I think it's the 89th.
No, it's not the 89th. What are you, nuts? Let's get that number.
I think it is.
Else.
The 89th Academy Awards.
Holy mackerel. So there's been 89 movies to win Best Picture.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of really good ones.
Yeah.
There's some pretty bad ones.
Yeah.
And then there's some
like
that are just whatever. Right?
Yeah. There's a lot of them.
So that's why we don't have too many duplicates.
Mm-hmm.
In some cases, there are movies that should have won that if they had, I think we would have both had them.
Oh, yeah. I would have a very different list if there were some...
Anyway, here's what I have.
Okay.
I'll do it in alphabetical order.
Okay.
I didn't list it that way. I'm going to do it off the top of my head, so if I'm wrong about the alphabet, don't sue me. First one I have is The Apartment.
Okay.
Then I have French Connection.
Okay.
No Country for Old Men. Silence of the Lambs, and Unforgiven. Those are my 5.
Good list.
Yours is a good list, too. Those are all movies that I would watch.
I've never seen The Apartment. I know. Silence of the Lambs is actually one of my honorable mentions.
Okay. Have you seen Unforgiven?
A long time ago.
Rectify.
I have not seen it. If I watched it again, it would be almost like a new movie.
Yeah.
And French Connection was one that was kind of like teetering on whether it made my handful or not.
Just for I guess, it's almost impossible to say which one of these is my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Silence of the Lambs. But to me, these are 5 perfect movies.
Yeah, see, looking at mine, I'm like...
But what I can say about yours is Godfather 2 didn't make it to my final cut.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer Godfather 1.
Okay.
That was in there. That almost made the list.
Yeah, both of them. Well, Godfather's on my...
What are some other ones that Departed off your list that made my short list? Departed, just because it's so entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Return of the King. Well, you didn't say that, but I had that on there.
I mean, you just want to tell me what your...
Yeah. So the other movies that I didn't say, Braveheart, Gladiator, Spotlight, Return of the King, Departed, Casablanca, and Godfather.
Okay. I have Casablanca, An American in Paris, Godfather, Silence of the Lambs, Birdman.
There were I had 4 instant checkoffs after they made my list after reading through 89: Chicago, Birdman, The Sting, and Hurt Locker. But those were the first off the list. So there's been a lot of good movies.
Yeah.
All right, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, La La Land won.
Mm-hmm.
People already know that it did or it didn't. Would it make it into your list? Too early to tell?
I think so.
You think it would?
I think it's too early to tell.
I see.
I would definitely be, I think, on my short list.
Yeah.
But I couldn't say yet if it would make my top 5.
Yeah, as much as I love that movie, and we've both talked about how much we really, really like the movie, but as much as I loved it, I don't think that I think it's better than these 5 movies.
No.
Maybe it would slot into where I have No Country. Maybe. I don't know.
But No Country's so good.
It's great. It's fantastic. But the thing about No Country is I'm still not convinced that There Will Be Blood wasn't better. What an amazing year that was. So that's how there's some of these other ones. There are some of these movies where I'm like, I think you're awesome. You made my list of one of the best 15 Best Picture winners of all time. But there's another movie that came out that year that I would have had over you.
Yeah.
And that's the awesome thing about movies. And it's all subjective. But we weren't basing it on things that we thought should have won. Basing it on what did.
Well, I was scrolling through and... What was it, 2010's? One that was Inglourious Bastards was on there and all this stuff. I was like, man...
Blindside.
This would be a very different list.
You think that would make it?
Inglourious Bastards?
Under 5?
I want to say yeah.
Interesting.
I think that's probably my favorite. Like I rewatched that.
Yeah, recently,
and it's just so good.
It's fantastic. This beer's not too good.
No,
it's gonna be a rough week.
We got this though. We drank like Bud Light on here once. I think we can make it through this.
But anyway, let us know what your top 5 Best Picture winners of all time are. It's a really easy thing to do. Just wiki it. Come up with 5, tweet them at us, because you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at Stonks.
I'm at Rich Belson. The channel's on Twitter at @OABeer_official. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/overbeer. Instagram is over_a_beer. We also have a brand new store that's up and running.
Walmart?
No, not Walmart.
Lowe's.
No,
never stop improving.
God, you're just the worst. tpublic.com/user/overabeer. If you just go on tpublic.com and search for Over a Beer, you'll find it. We got 5 cool shirts. Yeah, 5. So check those out. Buy them if you like them. Show your friends how much you like the show. Or buy them and burn them to show us how much you hate the show. Either way, you've bought the shirt, so I'm okay with it. I don't care what you do once you've paid for it. That'll wrap things up for today, though. So next time, drink up.
And butter me up.